Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to what I'm coining as episode 1.5 of the JohnCast. I am joined today by my good friends Keaton and Tyler once again, and Elijah is now
Hi.
joining us not as a voice in the background, but as an actual member. So he is here today, which is super great. Everybody want to say hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Wondrous. So, what is on the agenda for today? First of all, it's the cake I'm eating right now. And second of all, we're going to be talking a couple little icebreaker questions because we didn't get a chance to do that in the first episode because it was so much had gone on in the worlds of Magic the Gathering and Warhammer. Really didn't have a chance. So we're going to be talking a bit of that. And we're going to be talking a bit of Deadlock because we now have had a while with all the new characters, so we can concretely form opinions on them, which is super great. So let's just jump straight into it, I think, with some icebreaker questions. Some of these might be a little bit easier to answer for some of you than others, because I did kind of try to base them around things that were relevant to what we talk about most of the time on here anyways. So the first one I want us to kind of answer and go over here is if we were all color wedges in Magic the Gathering, which ones do you think we would be?
Do I get to say for other people or just myself?
For other people. I want everybody else to kind of say like,
so everyone but yourself.
Everybody but yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big idea. I would start strong. What color wedge do we think Keaton would be?
I want to see this.
Yeah, let's think here. I think the color wedge that encapsulates Keaton the most, I think it's Grixis. It's kind of like it's sneaky, but it's powerful. It can come out of nowhere or be progressive. I think that really encapsulates how you play. It's reactive, it's active, kind of does it all, right? That's what I think. That's what I think it would be. What do you guys think?
I honestly think the same thing.
I was going to say, is it, in all honesty?
Is it? Why are you going to say is it, Tyler?
Was I thinking? Well, I don't know.
This
That's just what I think. Yeah, right. We'll go with that.
I mean,
I would have said,
judgment.
Yeah. Is it or Jess? Not is it? Grixis or Jeskai. That's basically what I play the most, and it works both ways. Basically the same.
Same idea.
How you play. It's just like what we think of it.
I was gonna say
you do a lot. I guess that you do a lot. That's why.
Yeah.
He does a lot. Yeah.
Infinite game actions.
Yeah.
2-hour turn.
We have to keep a timer on him some games because he takes too long on his turns.
I love my game actions.
Yeah.
Doing things.
I think I watched a solid 2 episodes of I Think You Should Leave while I was waiting for your turn yesterday.
That was not just my turn.
No, it was.
It definitely was.
Yeah, you just take too long. Let's go next one. I think we'll start with who I think will be next up. The hardest for us is Elijah. I think this is kind of the tougher one because you don't play Magic as much as the rest of us do.
No.
So, what do we think? I want to hear from you guys before I have something to say. What do we think?
Tricky.
Whatever white black is called, I think.
Orzhov?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I can kind of see it. I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
Definitely not red.
No
red.
I think I have one red deck, and that's
two.
Two, yeah, because of
They don't think the goal is to base it off our decks, is to base it off that we think of you.
World, whatever that is called.
I feel like, yeah, kind of Orzhov kind of works.
Orzhov,
with
that's what you guys are saying?
But Orzhov doesn't really do infect. It just reminds me of
infect.
And then
Yeah,
the
no.
first X you had.
Infect. Infect. That's nobody likes infects.
You like killing people slowly.
Well, I know.
That's how you play. You kill people slowly.
One thing Elijah does, much to my dismay, is
Every fucking time, the stupid doll.
yeah, kind of holding people by the balls a little bit. That's
Dude,
not a big fan of that.
I don't kill you at least. It's just funny.
I think a very defensive color wedge. I'm going to kind of bounce off of you guys a little bit and add. I think we're going to go with another 3 color for Elijah. It's got to be Abzan for me.
Thought you were going to say that.
I think, yeah, that's the one that best encapsulates you as a person. You know, you've got the Orzhov kind of style, and then
Orzhov plus Playlands do nothing.
Yeah, Playlands do nothing. Plus the green for very pillow 40, because you don't tend to swing heavy until you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
So you kind of.
That's what I said. Killing you slowly.
Yeah, you're a bit more defensive. So I think that, in my opinion, that would be what I would say. But I can certainly see arguments for Orzhov as well, which is super neat. So we'll bounce to Tyler now. Tyler, what do we think Tyler is? Tyler kind of does it all. He's got
variety.
Yeah, he's everywhere. What do we think Tyler could be? Oh man.
What color has the most game changer?
Tyler's well known for the game changers.
Even though it's like literally just
game changers. Yeah.
I don't know. Some of the online decks. Some of the online decks.
Oh right, crop rotation
into nothing. Yeah, can't forget that.
I think I want to say Sultai just because you can get like basically every game changer in Sultai. You have so many.
Sultai. You do a lot of Sultai.
Quite a bit. You are a Sultai warrior.
Sultai warrior.
Graveyards.
I do like that color combo.
Creatures. Play mana, do nothing.
Constant persistence.
Changers. It's all in there.
Yep. I see that actually. That's a really good answer. Good answer, nephew. Good answer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like half expecting mono white. I don't know why. Just
for your Esper Sentinel.
I don't think I've seen you play mono white.
I don't even know why.
I don't think you've ever actually played mono white.
I've not.
Mono white is wonderful until you realize there's only like 2 kinds of decks. So you get board wipe, that it's just like over. Ramp is fake in that color wedge. You're either behind or
you got
on
your
par.
Land and your catch-up ramp. But yeah, it's not like you're gonna go miles ahead.
Cursed land
go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think your best ramp piece is Kiana.
You could count Smothering Tide as ramp.
Yeah, technically. Oh, yeah, that's in his game changer list. In his Ristic study. But yeah.
They're always in the sideboard, but they're not actually in the decks anymore.
That's true.
Right. I think that's the first one. I think we can all say Sultai as an immediate consensus.
Unanimous? Yeah.
That's straight away.
That's what's up.
What do we think, though? What do we think for me? And I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to answer, but...
We might get another unanimous one.
Maybe. Let's hear it. What do we think?
Wooburg, because you love having unlimited options and random bullshit.
Random bullshit?
I want to say Wooburg, but I'm going to say Rakdos instead, just to keep it different.
Okay. Keep it different,
I can also see that.
Don't always have to go with the easiest path. I agree with those. I think those are kind of my ways of playing. I am very much
you're the tiebreaker now, Elijah.
You're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
I was just gonna
you're just gonna
pull an answer out of nowhere and just say like Glint or some shit.
Glint,
something like that.
4-color ones.
One of the 4-color ones.
It's one of the 4. Yeah. I don't know because like the only thought in my mind was like your big color decks. I don't know.
I was gonna say I actually. What it's Yidris is the Glintai guy, isn't it?
Have you ever played a 4-color deck, by the way?
No, I don't think I ever have.
Seen you with that. It's always 5.
I've played the what I play one of the Nephilims in one of my decks, but I can't remember.
It is
which
Glintai,
one it is.
actually.
Is it Glintai?
I remember playing Glintai when I tried
Oh,
it.
Ur Dragon's 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, that yeah. Okay, so Wooburg.
Wooburg, that's what you're saying. Wooburg, I do love me my Wooburg
like
decks.
you don't stick with one. Honestly,
you have all your options all the time.
Yeah, I've always got something.
You're always evil. I don't know.
Well, I'm not that bad.
If it's before the Ur Dragon, it would have said colorless.
You're pretty evil.
Oh, well, I don't know. Ulalek is technically a Wooburg deck.
Technically
speaking, yeah.
Very much.
He's the void now.
Because that is actually what ended up locking me out
No.
last game we played the other night, was I had no colored mana.
Haha.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That among other things.
That among the other.
Eldrazi are scary.
Things.
Fucking locked me out immediately. I dared to show my face. It's over for me. But yeah, no, I agree with that. I think Wooburg and Rakdos. I don't think I have a single deck that I play consistently that doesn't have red in it. I know that.
Oh yeah,
big fan of the.
I have decks with red.
The aggressive.
I figured to stop before without red.
Yep, red's very necessary. I gotta be angry all the time, constantly. There's that. Second one, we'll move on to my next question here, and then we'll go for Deadlock. This one also requires a little bit of ball knowledge, but if you had to choose a region from League of Legends to live in, which one do you think you would choose? Keaton, let's start us off. Where do you think you would live in League of Legends? There are wrong answers to this.
If I could choose one?
If you could choose one to live in. Yeah, there are wrong answers to this. If you could choose one to live in, which one would you want to live in out of all of them? These being... trying to...
for a while.
I was going to say, I can pull up the list quickly.
Avoid. No.
Yeah, I was going to say that there are wrong answers to this.
They're all pretty bad.
So what are the wrong ones?
The void is certainly one of the worst ones. Your options, so
I don't know.
For regions in League, there's Bandle City, Bilgewater, Demacia, Ionia, Ixtal, Noxus, Piltover, the Shadow Isles, Shurima, Targon, the Freljord of the Void, and Zon.
Could we pick any time period?
Sure, yeah. We'll say you can pick a time period.
Okay.
I don't want to hear one of you say, like, the Freljord when Volibear pissed the first river. But...
you did do that.
Real thing you did, yep.
More of, like, Shadow Isles was good at one point, and then it became the Shadow Isles.
I'm not sure they were ever that good. I don't know much about Ixtal, but it can't be that bad, right?
I think Ixtal is a very safe answer, because, yeah, not a lot of stuff's kind of going on there. You've got, like...
But
well,
for the same reason, there is kind of
we're in Ixtal, though.
Yeah.
You've got, like Malphite's there, I think.
Nico's region.
He's a mountain. He doesn't.
I mean, that's like you got Aesol, Zoe, and all them.
They're Targon. They're Targon.
They're Targon. They're not from Ixtal.
They're Targon.
Ixtal's like Nico, Nidalee, Milio, Kiana, Rengar, Skarner, Zyra, and Malphite, I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say the biggest problem you'd have to deal with there is not getting jumped by Rengar. Don't go near the bushes.
I feel
Fed Rengar
is Rengar
passive.
evil, or is he just like a bounty hunter?
I think he might just be a bounty hunter. I don't think he's like naturally evil.
Yeah, I feel like it might actually be Ixtal then, because like everywhere else kind of is.
Everywhere else kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, like Bilgewater's not in war, but it's not a nice place.
No, depends on the person.
I think I want you to live in Noxus.
Would Keaton survive a day in Noxus?
New idea. Can we survive a week in Noxus?
Sending Keaton to the gladiatorial pits. That'll be the next video. Can Keaton survive 3 days in a gladiator ring?
Who can survive the longest?
Fighting the
gets
gladiator bit
to
for
live.
$100. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
Winner gets
Ixtal-
Draven passive stacks.
Ixtal is a very safe answer. See why you'd do that, Tyler.
Yeah.
Where do you think you would go out of everywhere?
Either Shadow Isles before it became the Shadow Isles, but that seems kind of cheating. So probably Ionia, because like it's only had one war its entire like time of existing.
Yeah, they had Singed there, man. Singed was there. Yeah, that one may be ongoing. Yeah, it's still going. You gotta contend with Singed.
I don't really like the conditions of Piltover and Zaun. That doesn't seem ideal.
Very fair.
Demacia's seems to always be dealing with Noxus.
Yeah, Demacia's
and Shurima's just Shurima's got like a whole lot of Ascendant stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's like, they also built the Rune Wars and stuff, right? I know the Rune Wars are like terrible based on Evelyn's lore.
Those were that's old news.
Yeah.
We're talking about the now.
I know. That's why I think just Ionia is probably the best answer.
Well, I like that we're all trying to think of what like the best answer is here. Yeah.
I don't want to get slimed out.
You don't want to die. Yeah, well, okay.
We all take a unanimous vote that like we know Hunter's going to Bilgewater.
Hey, I actually wasn't gonna say Bilgewater. The place I was gonna say I think the best spot to live in of all the League regions would be Bandle City. It's just a bunch of Yordles, man. What's going on?
That is definitely the safest one.
Nothing's happening.
I thought of it, then I forgot of it.
You'd be living like Elf in the movie Elf.
Yeah,
he's like next to the
really tall
helpers.
I mean, better than like being in war, gassed or something like in every other place.
Yeah,
stabbed for money.
I just get to chillax.
God, Keaton's getting slung up by Singed.
Maybe Vagar's there, but who cares, man? Vagar's short. What is he gonna do? Army at full health and then die immediately?
I think his goals are bigger than just killing random dudes. He's probably got more ambitious evilness to do, or maybe he's petty and evil like that. Would just kill someone who looks different.
I was gonna say, like, I called him short. I think he might actually just slime me out, but
totally.
As long as I guard my tongue, I think I'd be okay comparative to everywhere else. I think that's the go-to. If I didn't have to worry about getting slimed, I'd probably pick Bilgewater. Yeah, totally. Like, what's not to love about pirates? But I'd have to worry about getting shot.
Pirate for one.
I'd have to worry about the reason I'd go there,
Shots,
the pirates.
robbed, murdered, killed.
Where do you think you'd go, Elijah?
Just in the water and stuff.
I'm biased towards Ixtal because both the champs I'm in are from there, but also it's like really pretty.
It is very jungly. It is very cool.
It's very, 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 very.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Like the city they have is like really pretty. I think it's called like I think it's called like
Nicoville.
Ixalcan or something like that. Ixalcan. I don't know.
I think,
but they have like
this place has
really nice architecture. Well, somewhat.
The biggest threat you'd have to deal with there is
that's pretty
Tiana. Somehow.
And then the Drakes, because I'm pretty sure the Drakes are from there.
Are they? I thought they were just kind of around, because Smolder's kind of just around. Like, I don't really think he's got
Smolder was Targon, because Targon's
Shyvana's
the old
Demacia.
shit.
Yeah, no. And the Ixtal are home to a surprising number of dragons. Yeah.
Cool.
I guess there's just a bunch of dragons there. You could kill a dragon, though. Yeah. I believe in you. I think you could kill a dragon if it came down to it.
On God, I 1v1 a dragon. I run a fade with a dragon.
You go the Dragon Hunter Shrek from Donkey route.
I would with Shyvana. J4 knows. J4 knows, man. J4 knows ball. I do not judge him. Especially with the VGU. Which we will get soon, very soon. I'm counting down the days for that. I think
soon, because they said that last year.
Yeah. Well, we know it's coming in Act 2, which is how soon is Act 2? I don't know. I know it's less than 20 days because I'm pretty sure last week when I brought it up, it was 20 days. So hopefully it's very, very soon. I love Shyvana. Good time. Ideally, her brawler build gets brought back to kind of the front and center stage instead of it being Emax Firebomb, which is funny, but yeah, doesn't really fulfill her, what at least in my opinion is her gameplay fantasy. You turn into a giant dragon just so you can shoot fireballs better. But yeah, so I guess that out of the way, let's jump into the actual main topic of discussion here. Deadlock. The Old Gods New Blood update has fully rolled out. We've got all the heroes, all the everything. And we can finally sit here and reflect upon how good we had it before Apollo was added.
Should we just go in order of release then?
Yeah, well, what were our thoughts of the update as a whole? Let's start with that. What did we think of it as a whole?
Good.
Amazing, because I hated the old patrons.
Oh yeah, my god, yeah.
Oh,
aside from balance, the game just looks and feels better right now, which is
the visual rework
because they'll fix the balance eventually.
Like they detailed a bunch of like small parts in the city, like the Baroness Hotel that's in like the middle lane. There's like some of the areas that got like interior decorations and like all that nice stuff.
With our no clip, we've seen a whole lot more of the outside world.
Yeah.
They added all the little tunnels too, so Ava has a purpose outside of just being annoying now.
Meow.
God,
Ava's always been great.
But yeah, I think we should probably go in order of release. That makes the most sense. Well, the most thoughts. Rem was the first one to get voted in. Much to my dismay, I was really hoping it was going to be Silver. But it was Rem. What do we think? What do we think of Rem now? After all said and done, what do we think of Rem?
He's fine.
I don't
like playing him.
I think he's
in a good spot right now, I'd say.
Yeah, he's pretty chill. I don't ever think like, oh my god, I have to play against a Rem, or oh my god, I have to play against, or I have to have one on my team. Like, he is certainly. I thought he was going to be a lot more annoying than he was. Because what I was thinking was like,
day one he was pretty annoying.
It was pretty annoying day one, but every champ is. Every champ's horrendous day one.
Everything has been. No one's been okay on day one.
Like him, I think I thought he was going to be way harder to fight than he was. I thought he was going to be such a pain to hit. He was going to have get out of jail free cards constantly, but I haven't found him to be that bad.
He's not that bad.
Like the pillow is like fine. His dash is fine. I was really worried when they had those little tunnels that you could just use them to escape, but if he takes damage, he can't go in them. So he really, like, if you can get to him, he doesn't really have a way to get away, which is super.
Yeah. I think my only issue with him is the Mega Minions. Those things do too much. They are so, like, early game, you kind of just can't win lane if he's got them up. Like, yeah, you'll keep it alive for long enough, but they do so much.
They're really chunky. I know what you're talking about because I was in the game when you were complaining about it. Drifter, I play a lot of Drifter.
We were getting slimed out.
He has such a hard time early killing those enhanced minions because they are very, very tanky, and that little torment pulse effect they have is really quite strong. But again, you really gotta wait them out. At least it's not Graves. Convenient segue to the next character that came out. Again, much to my dismay, was not Silver. But Graves. Oh man, Graves. Where do we even start? She is such a pain. I don't like Graves.
I'm pretty sure she's had the most adjustments of all of the characters. Celeste might be getting close, but that's
probably
not what we're talking about yet. She's kind of frustrating, just auto tracking the skulls, the zombies.
I mean, Gungrave was
a lot to deal with for a lot
of
very little effort being put into fighting you. Where it's just kind of hit all the buttons.
She was a pain, and she still kind of is. She is a pain. I shouldn't say she was a pain. She is a pain. She plays like Yorick and Moira smushed together into probably the worst thing ever. Those skulls are annoying to hit. She basically has like a second wave of minions every once in a while that also dive bomb you. And she has an auto aim, which in a shooter is always a mechanic everybody loves so much. Everybody loves it when characters in shooter games don't have to aim. It's never been bad.
It debuffs you to take more damage from her other shit. Which
and I think
I do like the idea they have with that, but it's really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it debuffs your shooting and makes you take more spirit.
Yeah, like it's just like it's a shutdown to gun characters.
Pretty much. Which is like the majority of the cast right now.
A lot of them, because gun characters are really good right now.
Yeah, it's she on launch, she was a scourge because you build her gun and her auto-locking gun obviously does very, very well. Now she's not as bad, but she focuses more on her spirit builds because they cranked up her spirit scaling on a lot of her stuff. She's not like she's harder to get away from, I think, but she's not as immediately I'm going to kill you. Because like on launch, it was just like, oh, she autoed me, I'm slowed, and I'm dead. Cool. Like it was like if Lady Geist Suck scaled off of gun and procced all on hit effects constantly. But she's not as horrendous now. I think she's still really quite annoying. The hitbox on that little her little stun is still very deceptive. I have been tagged by that thing more times than I can count when I have been basically nowhere near it. I think my atoms just perfectly aligned to touch it, and I get stunned and then slammed by 10,000 jars full of skulls. But it's not the worst, at least right now, of all of the characters in the game. She's not the worst, thankfully, which is nice. Because she was for a while. She's still skillless, but she's not as like horrendous to fight against, which is good. Speaking of horrendous, though, to fight against, finally we get to the most important character launch, I think, of all of them. Silver, not biased at all, none, 0.
Totally unbiased.
Yeah, Silver came out third, unfortunately. I don't know how the little gremlin or the high schooler won before her, but whatever. Who cares? Not me. She is Gnar from League of Legends. Much. She's Gnar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I think is super cool. I'm a big fan. Not so much of her very tight spread, going back to kind of Graves. Trying to shoot those skulls out if they're not within quick melee distance is like genuinely impossible. You can hit like one of them, maybe two if you're lucky, because of how small the spread is on her gun. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. She, while not in the base game as much, in Street Brawl is still very much a menace. That ult is tough to get away from in Street Brawl. And once you get it to tier 5, it is, even as long as you can chain it keeps going. But I think, in all honesty, the... Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you don't really chain her ult by the time you get it to 5 because the respawn timers are so long, but you can still keep it up to kill a whole team if they're all bad.
Yeah.
Letting themselves die to you.
Very, very true. Yeah, I think in all honesty, and this is kind of a crazy thing to say, on launch, at least I think she was probably the least broken. In comparison to the rest. Like, let
you seem like you have other things to say.
I mean,
but I don't know. Her like day one, like couple hours of release. At least when I was playing with Davide, like she was two-shotting like most full builds. It was disgusting. But like she got nerfed almost immediately after because disgusting. Yes, she's the most tame in a way, but I'm gonna have to put her like maybe second place or third place for most broken unreleased.
Really?
Yeah.
You think
my first is
worse?
Yet to come. My second is Graves. Venator is
what?
I was gonna say,
yeah.
her ult was strong, but it's not as strong as the next guy on our list, Venator, and his ult that did an infinite amount of damage. Because, yeah, I don't know, we're hitting league level spaghetti code here.
Funny.
Yeah. So Venator, he is a priest with guns. He was super cool, and he had an ult that did a fuck ton of damage, a lot. And it did true damage, which is a whole nother bucket of worms in the realm of problematic game mechanics. I don't know why they insist on it existing, but it does, so I guess more power to them. But for some reason on launch, with Sharpshooter and a bunch of conditional damage buffs, if they all procced at once, it would wig out, didn't know what to do, and would just make it one-shot things. Straight up. And this ult could pierce, too. So you could just whip it out once it hit max level, look at the enemy team the wrong way, pew, 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 they're all gone. Can't fight back. What can you do? No resist, no spellbreaker, because it's pure damage. It's true damage, so you can't really bother with it. And everybody's dead suddenly. Like, this guy was just walking him down. Now he's a wet paper towel. I swear to you, that champ does like nothing unless he's hyper fed. I think they nerfed him a little bit too much, because like even trying to play him casually, he's really not terribly good anymore. But on launch, yeah, he was there was something wrong with him.
By far the most broken on launch.
No,
like I waited until they fixed him to play the game.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
I wasn't.
He was definitely the
week,
worst
so
launch.
I might be like a little biased in my ranking of most annoying because I was gone that entire week.
Yeah, I mean, for the better, probably. That was pretty bad. I was with Tyler. I said I'm not playing the game until they nerf him. Because it was a little bit frustrating to walk into lane and get one shot. Because this thing had a huge amount of range too. Just walk into lane, get one shot out of nowhere, and that's that. It was pretty horrendous.
He doesn't have a beam like Vindicta. I think he does now, but he didn't.
He doesn't. He always. I think he always did when his shots were blessed.
Get the halo,
but
no beam.
For the first two, he didn't have like a straight up beam. Well, he doesn't. Vindicta's like an aim thing. It's like a laser. His is just kind of like a beam of light on him that is very easy to see.
Yeah.
You don't know when his shots are blessed. Yeah. Also, his alt voice line is very noticeable. So it's not like you're not hearing him do it. But again, this seems to be kind of a problem consistent with every one of the new champs added. Ultimates. I still find hers to be the worst offender of terrible ultimates to deal with. Celeste was the next year added after that. She's very floaty. I thought she was going to be a Soraka-style support champ. But no, she's like a spirit burst mage kind of thing, which is a little bit weird. And I still find, at least this is just for me, a lot of her kit is either visually kind of difficult to pick out or just straight up nonsense still. She did receive quite a few nerfs, and she is pretty fragile now, thankfully. But yeah, like her I love to pick on this ability. I can't remember which of the, like, if it's her 1 or her 3 that puts down the little puddle that explodes. That has the most deceptive hitbox I've ever seen.
3.
Because like
it really? I found this hitbox has been fine.
It's just like when she puts it down, it does a little like the the sparkle things on the ground. Then it detonates, but it detonates in an area that's further out than where those knives, like the little things, impact. So you can't use that as an indicator for whether or not you're going to get hit. Like Bebop with his bomb has a very clear area of where it's going to hit. You can see it. It's in a little red ring that's constantly there. But with her ability, they come down, then it explodes a little bit further than where those little knives are. So judging if it's going to hit you or not is really, really tough, especially if you're kind of near walls, because it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get hit by this, and then wham, like 300 damage out of nowhere that you kind of just have to assume. But that's not my least favorite ever kit, but that one certainly, I think, is the more I shouldn't say irritating, but kind of annoying to deal with, because not being able to gauge if it's going to hit you effectively in, those team fights is such a pain, because you're taking damage unnecessarily a lot of the time. It's not that bad when it starts, but once she starts to get range upgrade or like size upgrades on it, it really does get kind of impossible to tell. Which sucks a little bit. It's not my favorite. But her movement is really good. I'll give her that. Her movement's awesome.
Yeah.
She's very floaty.
100%.
Very strong.
The alt
is probably going to be a kind of tricky character to balance.
The alt, I've got my own things to say about the alt. I don't think it should bounce to minions. I think that's a bit nonsense. Like her in Street Brawl, her alt is basically just a win button. And it's not like you can really do anything about it either, because if you have counterspell, you counterspell it when it hits you. It just you don't take the damage and you heal, which is nice. But then it bounces off of you onto your teammate and then probably back into you. So if you're close enough to the other person, it's probably what's going to end up happening, and I had this happen to me, you cannot counterspell fast enough to stop the thing from doing damage to you. Like, it is legitimately just, if they're near your tower, they're off your tower. They're on their tower, they're all dead now. Like, there's really not a lot of knowledge, like, anything to it, really. The only way to stop it is to preemptively kind of silence her, but that's kind of not really a solution. Because those alts that are really kind of win fighty, stuff like Seven and Lash, there's a way to shut them down that isn't just run. Like, you can knock them down, you can outshoot them, can just move, but the ball follows you, the ball chases around, and yeah, you can't counter it in any, like, conventional way, which is super, super frustrating. At least, in my opinion. I think that ult still needs to be kind of tuned a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing up silence. I'm not a fan of her shield that when it breaks, it silences you. As a Lash player, I hate that it's like an instant cast. No, because like I go in for a really nice slam. I'm setting up early lane slams, trying to get that poke damage because I'm really weak early game, unfortunately. And she just puts the shield up like instantly, just like, and then I get silenced, and it's just like, it's annoying. I don't like it.
It wouldn't. I find it to be equally as irritating. I do though think if she didn't have that silence, that ability wouldn't be that good, because it would just be the one barrier active shield item, but like as an ability now instead of something else. I don't know about silence, but well, I mean, no, I do know about silence. I think that of everything that it does, that's like the least offensive thing it could do. Because if you make it like disarm, then any like spirit champ doesn't care. And if you make it so it's just like a fat shield, there's no point in kind of, ever using the ability, or I shouldn't say using the ability. Yeah, there's not enough to differentiate it from an active item that any character could buy, which I think is probably 100%. The reason there's not a character with a dedicated silence ability yet, because it's something that exists as an item. Yeah, they could add anything in the future, really. Who knows? Maybe when they add that Rat King character that everybody's talking about, it won't just be like a Twitch
Rat
reskin.
King character, hello?
Yeah, apparently that's like a thing I see on the subreddit all the time. People talking about this rat character.
Rat Pack times 6 again.
I don't know. I don't know if he's just gonna be. I don't know if this is just like an inside joke that I'm on the outside of in the community or what. I don't know if they're planning on adding Twitch.
Overwatch with Jeff Cat.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, who knows? Maybe he could have a dedicated silence. But yeah, I think the barrier doesn't do enough. Well, it wouldn't do enough if it didn't have that.
Yeah,
it is a super irritating ability.
Is like my least issue. I just don't like that it's instacast. Like if it was a short delay, I'd be a little more fine with it because it's just used in response, like with a big burst to immediately punish them.
I mean, wouldn't counterspell be just punishing?
Yeah,
I mean that is kind of the idea.
Like, yeah, it's just a counterspell built in pretty much without the stunning part.
Think of it like a Morgana Black Shield.
Yeah.
Are we jumping into this, guys? We've had a lot to say in complaints. It's only gonna get worse here because this guy's the newest. He's the most overtuned. Apollo was the last champ to get added. Thankfully, because I don't think the game would have survived if he came out first. My God, is this guy so annoying to deal with?
I still haven't played against him enough, so I think he's fine.
I don't have much to say about him
except for a lack of experience.
The movement looks like he's like lag switching or something. It's really janky, but I can tell he's a bit of a pest.
For a fencer, there's not a lot of finesse in his movement. He is very robotic in a lot of his abilities, but that's probably just a casualty of the game not being, fully finished. But yeah, he's. We want to talk overloaded tier kits. This guy's like the Cassante of Deadlock on launch. Like this guy's got movement, he's got damage reduction, he's got healing, he's got a built-in curse on his ult that is also an execute even though it doesn't say it is. Like he's got so much random shit in his kit. Like half of it could be removed and I don't think anyone would notice. Because people would notice because he wouldn't be nearly as overloaded. Say again, sorry?
What has damage reduction? I don't recall any abilities specifically having.
In his ult cast, he gets a huge amount of damage reduction. He's not untargetable, but he gets a huge amount of damage resistance in his ult. But yeah, no, he's got a bunch of random nonsense
until he comes through.
Because he's got
I will admit, I do enjoy the look of his ult. It's really cool in concept, but it pisses me off.
It hurts, and yeah, we did find when I was poking around with it. I can't remember who I was doing it with. You can buy Spellbreaker, and the ult kind of just doesn't do anything, but the rest of his kit does. He's got the one ability there. I can't remember what it's called. Flawless Advance, I think. The little timed stab. I don't know what's with that ability. I swear to you, it doesn't get affected by anti-heal. I was playing a game as Hayes. I had the bullets that apply anti-heal and inhibitor, both. And this guy was healing 500 damage a slash.
Both, that's crazy.
Yeah, I had 70% anti-heal on this guy, and he's out healing my damage somehow on one ability that he can hold for a huge amount of time. That's not even talking the damage this thing does too. I've seen that thing insta-proc Tank Buster before. It's nuts. And what's so weird too is when he first came out, the day he came out, I remember I was talking to, I think you and Keaton and Tyler both. He wasn't that insane. And then the day after, he was a scourge. And he still is. I dread seeing him on the enemy team. Yeah, upon reflection, it was probably just everybody was playing him and a lot of people weren't good at him. But yeah, he's such a pain now. Moving on to his insano shit, Riposte. He has a Fiora parry, but instead of it working like Fiora's where it makes sense, It just stuns whatever willy-nilly whenever it feels like it. It's absolutely insanely frustrating. Like, if he's close enough, 7 ult just gets immediately removed. Auto attacks, he's just like, yeah, I'm sending myself at you at Mach fuck from halfway across lane. It is an ability that does not require a huge amount of noggin to get right, because it is a very long and forgiving window for what it does. Which is complete damage negation, removal of whatever status effect he would have hit, and a stun. All in one. With Fiora parry, I'm going to use her as an example because I think she's done pretty well. She blocks most things, and then her stab back, which does not launch her at people, by the way, she stays put. It slows if the thing she parried was not a form of hard CC. So, like, if I were to shoot, like, say I was playing Mordekaiser and she parried my Q, I would just get slowed. Like, I wouldn't be stunned in place. Whereas if I, say, I don't know, did the, like, Briar's head rush, which would have stunned her, I'd get stunned. He's just like, you auto-attacked me? Fuck you, get stabbed. Which is a kind of nonsense ability, in my opinion. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I haven't really played against him much at all to really know how to feel about him. Does look pesky, though.
He is.
Yeah.
Pesky pest.
He is. I did enjoy it when I was playing him, but that's because I was playing him. I just enjoyed it because I was playing against a Grave, and she just auto attacks you. She's dead. She just gets stunned and she's dead.
I think if they removed the ability to stun on autos, he would be far less irritating. I think if it worked more like Fiora, it wouldn't be that much of a problem.
I think a bit more cooldown on it too.
Yeah, auto stun is pretty heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit nonsensical, but what can you do, right? I'm sure he'll eventually get balanced a little bit better. I don't know if they're gonna change him to work more like Fiora or not, because a parry is kind of a very finicky thing to balance. Shorter. I think it needs a shorter window. No, it needs to not. I think it's good that he's rooted in place when he does it with the fact. I don't believe so. I think he kind of just does it. Fiora's isn't like entirely. Well, no, Fiora's is directional.
It is directional.
Yeah, it is directional.
At least the damage part. You can parry in any area.
Yeah, you can parry in any way, but
you get on riposte.
It is directional.
Directional.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he can just kind of fling himself at people from any angle. Which
he could full on 360.
Yeah,
a little silly.
He's pretty nonsense. But all in all, I think the update as a whole was a good thing for the game.
Super good update. Great game.
Because the game doesn't look ugly anymore. Like Tyler said, the patrons just look so much better now.
Yeah,
I hated those old patrons.
It has a lot more character.
They didn't
floating orbs.
I could tolerate them before, but I could never go back now.
No, totally. They've spoiled us a little
bit.
And they added Street Brawl, which is honestly such a blessing. Because I don't need to sit there and play an hour-long game. Now I can just play it for like 15 minutes. Which I should have mentioned beforehand is where I'm basing a lot of my opinions on. I do not play the base game much anymore. I only play Street Brawl. Street Brawl is awesome. Speaking of things that are awesome, though, not going for an hour and a half this time. We are at 50 minutes right now, so I think we're gonna kind of cut off here. Yeah, which is good. We're gonna try to aim for less than an hour a lot of the time, but what can you do if you can't? There's just a lot of things to say sometimes. What's on the board for next week? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really sure.
More Warhammer reveals.
We do have more Warhammer reveals, yes. So maybe
the article today.
We'll talk about those. And maybe we'll have a discussion about Overwatch next week. We have a bunch of new champs from Overwatch, but big new update. We can talk our game theories on whether or not Doomfist survived. Because I know
he did.
I know, yeah, I was gonna say, I know we've got some opinions on that. There's been some discussion as to whether or not Vendetta should have actually won that fight. I'll hold my tongue though. We'll let you guys know our opinions next week. As well, hopefully, either by the end of this week or sometime next week, we'll have an actual video where we will be showcasing some custom Deadlock characters we made. So I can't say too much now, but I'm excited. I'm very excited for you guys to see that. So thank you for stopping by. This has been the JohnCast episode 1.5, and we will see you in the next one.